Mark?
I would follow and agree with much of what Mr. Kay has just said. I think that realizing value from Railyard property that we own is something that we have learned over the last number of years, much of which has been in a boom real estate cycle, is extraordinarily difficult. When we talk about realizing value, because we require the Railyard function, we're actually not selling the. We don't have land to sell. We need it to maintain the Railyard function. So what we're selling is the space above it. And to have an opportunity to actually realize value for the space above our land requires a tremendous upfront investment by the buyer to actually build the platform, which becomes an upfront, expensive, major investment before the buyer can then move on to building whatever they're going to build, which would ultimately enable them to realize revenue to pay for all this. I guess the other aspect of these yards is that they're large, and you need a buyer who's going to somehow incorporate what you're offering into a large and elaborate development project. Large, elaborate development projects in New York City are extraordinarily difficult to pull off in terms of the levels of government and public participation and legal issues to be dealt with. To get all of the elements lined up so that you can get a transaction of this kind to move forward is extraordinarily difficult and time-consuming. We have arrived at a point where there's not perfect assurance that this project will in fact take place, but I think as outlined for us with the benefits that are available here to the MTA, assuming it goes forward as currently described and defined in the documents we would enter into, that in fact I think that this is as good a deal as is going to be available to us